Okay, let's take a snapshot of this initial render. Remember to click on the little camera there to grab a snapshot and work on the lighting a bit. Just going to rotate this 90 degrees around the y-axis and maybe bring up the strength of the light on the quad lights here. 2. Could also give some color to this quad light. Let's drop this a bit, give it a bit of a red. 934 there. Give it a bit of a pinkish kind of color. Let's give this the proper name. What was it? With a C, right? Quad. No, it is Q. Can't spell. Quad. There we go. Great. One more thing with the lights. In the HDR, you do have access to all of these, right? So you can turn your diffuse off or on, or anywhere in between that. So I'm going to come to the specular, so the actual reflections of the HDR, and just bring that down to 0.5. So hopefully that will remove some of the overblown specular reflections. Okay, cool. So we'll let that render out. Let's take another snapshot. While it's rendering, I'll just head over to my yogurt shader. We can start working on that in a second. Okay, and where are we? So yeah, let's take another snapshot of that, and let's take a look at the yogurt. So push this base up to 1, put the color back to white there. Okay, just so you can see there the change in the lighting. It's a nice kind of coming from the right now. Cool. So roughness, we're going to want to bring the roughness down for the yogurts. It's very smooth. Also the IOR 0.25 for a fluid, and then subsurface is going to give us most of the the most important part of the look that we're looking for. So not coat, sorry, subsurface. Put that right up to 1. Cool. Maybe I'll just grab a section in the center here. Remember, if you shift, click and drag to make a render region, press H and I'll zoom in on that. Okay, and then let's try, I'm going to give us a little bit of color here, 0.706. And then if I bring the radius down, that should bring out the color a bit, and the scale definitely as well. There we go. You see that's bringing out the color a bit there. Okay, so remember the radius and the scale related to the depth. How far into the geometry do we go before we actually see, before the rays start to scatter? Okay, so let's take a look at that all together. Press H. So I'll let that render out. Take another snapshot and then we'll move on to the strawberry.